Hey everyone, welcome to a new video. Today's video is going to be about how to get placement points in Arena. So first of all, like and subscribe, because I am trying to get up to 1,000 subscribers to get a supported creator code in Fortnite. So what you're going to want to do is land at this little broken down house by Misty Meadows. It's right across the lake, and you're going to want to land on the top of it on this chest. Usually just this chest gives me some minis and everything, but this time it did not. So what you're going to want to do is get that chest, come over to this floor spawn right here, get this ammo box. You never want to miss out on ammo boxes, guys. I've died so many times because of shortage of AR ammo and everything. So you're going to want to go over there, get that ammo box. I do end up missing an ammo box. So I got no shield from here, but I usually do. And so now what you're going to want to do is go down to this lake right next to Misty, and you're going to want to farm up too. So make sure you have 100 mats before you go over to this lake, because most people aren't going to have 100 mats, and if you get into a build battle, you're most likely going to outbuild them. So come over to this little island right here and break this wall right here, or just go around. I like to break this wall, more mats. So usually there's an ammo box on that chair that I just broke, but there wasn't this time. So make sure you get that floor spawn right there, and you're going to want to get a fishing pole. And so usually there's a fishing spot like right around here. And so after you're done fishing, you usually get like 2 floppers. What you're going to want to do is go over to this like house thing across the lake again, and make sure you're looking for fishing spots while you're doing this as well, because if you get more fish, then you're gonna be set. So 2 fish is pretty good, but it's not good enough for like endgame. So you're gonna want to come to this house and build up to this like floor right here, break into this wall, because there's a chest right after you break it. So get this chest, and I end up not getting anything good. But there is a big pot right here. I dropped my fishing rod for it because I didn't see any fishing spots as I was on my way over here. So I'm not going to take my big pot just yet, because I don't see any point to, because I can find minis. And then what you're going to want to do now is just get your mats up. Make sure you get all your metal up. And so make sure you get all your mats up, and then once you're done farming mats over there, come onto this bridge and get all your metal up, because there's at least 200 metal over here. Break this one semi-truck, and then a couple of the other cars, the cop car, and I think there's 2 regular cars. Yeah. So come over here and break these 2 cars. Break these 3 cars, I mean. For some reason there's like 2 spawns with like weapons and mats, or ammo and mats right there. And then so break all these cars, and once you're done breaking these cars, come over to this house and break this car, because you're probably not going to have max metal there. And you gotta have hard mats for the endgame. So right here I'm hoping to get minis so I can get full shield, but I end up not. So I decide right here to just take my big pot after I'm done looting the downstairs, because I don't want to actually like get into a fight without any shield, because that would be really bad. So I take my big pot here, kind of disappointed that I didn't find minis. And then so I decide to just come up to the top, because there's usually an ammo box up here, but there's not. I drop down, and then I hear a boat on my visual sound effects. So I figure I can get a good beam off of this kid. But this kid ends up coming right under the tree, so I can't even see him. He starts building up, so I think that he sees me, but he doesn't. So I end up building, and now he knows I'm here. So I'm just going to hold high ground at this point. I don't really want to burn all my mats. So I'm going to let him go down there. I'm going to pretend I'm leaving, and then I'm going to crouch back, make sure he can't hear me. And then so I hear him breaking that tree. I let him break that tree. And then I know that right now that he can see through my wood, so he can't see through my floor and my cone. So I'm going to hide right there, and because I don't want to build. And so he ends up shooting me, or shooting my cone right there. Because if I was hiding on that, he would have being able to shoot me down. So he doesn't know I'm here. So I try to get a cheeky pump shot. I only hit him for 27 damage. But so I decide to rush in. But then I also realize that height is more important at this point, because he probably has 100 and I only have 150. So I'm just gonna look around, make sure nobody else is like just third party. I decide to shoot at this kid's cone. And so like right here I hear him drop down, so I decide to drop down as well. And my aim is terrible, guys, so don't make fun of me in the comments. So I missed all 6 of my shots right there. And I'm like, oh yeah, I have 2 floppers, so I'm gonna try to just go around, get behind this hill so you can't see me. So I get behind this hill, and then I'm just gonna try to get placement, because at this point all I want is placement. So I go super far into the storm over here, and I'm just gonna look at him from this tree. So I see him at a route right there. I'm gonna see what he's gonna do next. So he's just gonna try to like keep blocking me. So at this point I know how I have to take a flopper, so I decide to go around and just make my flopper more worth it. I hear another boat, and so I was about to go into the zone, but I decided not to, because I didn't want that boat to come over to me and just third party me or like just kill me. So I come out right here, and I decide to get, you know, like a little mat refresh. Not really, just get a couple of my mats back that I did, or that I had, because I wasted at least 250 mats from that. So I'm gonna get my mats up right here. I kind of regret this, but I didn't get like a lot of mats from this. I just didn't farm. So I end up accidentally shooting this tree because I didn't know I had my burst out. And so yeah, just get your mats up. And so what I did was I went over to this house just to see if there's like any chests, because I was hoping there was. And I hear this god chest, and I'm like, ooh, god chest. I bet I'm gonna find spaz or something. So I do this weird hippy dippy stuff where I like drop my flopper and then I dance and then I spin. I open the chest. I get a purple pistol out of it and a ton of heals. So it's either me having the med kit and the flopper, or the flopper and or the bandage bazooka. I decided to take the bandage bazooka because it just seemed right at this moment. And so I start moving, got my bandage bazooka, not worried about storm at all. And I see that this place right here is unlooted. So I'm not going to take any time to like loot the inside and everything. So because it's going to turn into like a 2-tick. So I decided just to come up here, open this chest, and I end up finding a big pot, which is huge, because I didn't have any shields. So I take the big pot. And once I'm done taking the big pot, I start running. So every time I get down to 85, you're going to want to take your bandage bazooka. Because if you are like at 30, somebody could just laser you and you're going to be at like really weak. So I hear shooting on this way, so I decide to come over here, but then I hear swimming. So I just want to come over here and see what this guy's doing and everything. So right now I'm just like, yeah, he's probably just going to swim to circle. So that's what he's doing. And I see these stairs going up like above the river. So right now I'm just like, oh yeah, there's probably a launch pad up here. So I'm going to take my chances. Hopefully there's a launch pad up here. And there is a launch pad. So I launch pad right into circle. And I get scared so much by this guy. So I land, and this is the guy that scares me. I just land and I hear footsteps. So I decide to box up with my slow boxing up skills. And so I'm just going to look through my stair just to see where he is. And so right now I see that he's like rotating or moving away from me into circle. And I see this kid right here just on the edge of storm, just looking in the storm. So I decide to shoot at him, and I hit him for 50 shield. And that's all I want to hit him for, because that could let me kill him at the end of the game. So right here, I just decide to move because I think I'm not going to get shot at. and I end up getting shot at. And so I kind of like box up right here. I do get placement, another placement, and I forgot to say that I got the other placement. So yeah, I get top 15 right here, which is really good. And so I'm gonna break in this house because I hear a chest. This could have minis in it, which would be good, but it ends up not having minis. So I'm just gonna sit on this top of the house till I figure it's a good time to go. And right now I see that people are boxing up, so I think it's a good time to go. So right here, what I should have done was just got my mats up on this brick in this tree right here, but I just walk right past it, and that cost me the game later. So I box up at a middle right here with my trash boxing up skills, and I place a cone and a floor, and a cone and a floor out of wood, and then a floor out of wood on the bottom. I sit in the bottom because everybody's going to be expecting me to either be in the middle or the top. And then I wait for my middle to refresh at the top, or to get full at the top, and then I jump in there. And at this moment, I'm just going to look around, try to get some picks on some kids. And so I hear these kids shooting. And so I'm like, oh yeah, this could be a good time to get a pick. I see this opportunity to get a pick, but I can't see any of them. So I made a huge mistake right here. I accidentally stayed on my cone while it was still refreshing, and I get stuck in edit mode, and this guy starts shooting at me. And now I only have 39 shield, 35. So I only have 35 shield, and I don't have any minis or anything. So I built a wall right there just so he can't see me anymore, because he's my main worry right now. So I see these two kids fighting, and I decide to edit out just to try to get it some tags, but you guys know my aim is terrible. So I see this kid launch, and then my stupid self is just oh yeah, the other kid's probably gonna launch early, but he didn't launch, and then so he could have easily beamed me there, but I'm lucky. So right here I do this weird edit so I can protect myself on all sides, and then I'm like, wait, I have a bandage bazooka, I can go get that launch pad. So I try to go get that launch pad because I can get into center zone with it, and I take my bandage bazooka. I decide to wait another bandage bazooka take, and then I go. So I'm going to try to land as close to the middle as I possibly can. So I end up not getting focused at all by anybody, which is really nice. Those people are really nice for not doing, and for not being me out of the air. So I'm going to build up one, because I don't want to waste mats because I don't have much. And I hear this kid die right next to me. So I decide just to edit out, which this is a big mistake as well. I end up getting shot at, wasting more of my mats, coming down here just to try to find his loot. I can't find his loot, so I have to go all the way back up, waste more of my mats, and I get shot at by this kid again, waste more of my mats, and this kid starts shooting at me again, and then I get shot at by 2 of these. So I decide just to sit in my box for the rest of the time. And then a kid above me just starts shooting my wall. So I decide not to build a wall right there. Oh no. Now I realize what I did. I edited it out and I didn't reset it, so yeah. Now I'm just gonna use this as my advantage. Nobody's gonna think I'm in here. And I realized that I have less white health than I should, so I take a bandage bazooka right there. And I use this peek as my advantage, and I'm just gonna look around. And I'm gonna go over here. Right now I'm just hoping that I can get top 5. I've already gotten top 15. I've already gotten top 25. So now I've already gotten 90 points this game. And that's good. So I'm just gonna wait till next zone closes, and I'm gonna hope that I get it. If I don't get it, I am gonna be sad. Or if I get next to it, I won't be that sad, but I'll still kind of be angry. So I end up getting super close. So this doesn't really make me that mad. But I'm gonna sit on the back of my thing, until like somebody comes, because I know somebody's gonna run past me. But then I hear nobody shooting or fighting each other, so I decide to go early. I want to box up around this tree so I can get its mats, but I can't see the tree there. Box up over here, I can't see the tree there. Box up right here, can't see the tree. So I end up wasting all of my mats. So this tree only gives me like 37 wood, and I wasted at least 80, no, way more, yeah, 80 to 100 mats just doing that. And so now I'm just gonna sit here, maybe get some picks, maybe, hopefully. But right here, I try to get a pick, but he shows me no opportunity to kill him. And then now I realize that my wall's missing, and I'm weirded out as crap. And so I'm just gonna try to stay away from that kid that broke my wall, because I don't know how he did, because I didn't hear him shooting at all. So now I'm just gonna keep looking for picks. Nobody ends up coming next to me. And I see this guy on height, he builds up more, so I decide maybe I should knock him down. But then I see he gets knocked down by an RPG, and they're having a fight, so I kind of want to get a pick, and I think that he's weak since he's gliding, you know? So my aim is terrible, so I miss all my shots. And then I'm just going to stay in this big 4x4 that I made. Or 4x2 that I made. I think it's a 4x2. I don't know. And so I see this kid sitting right next to the storm, so I'm gonna want to try to get like this. I think that he's weak since he's like on the edge of storm. And then he ends up lasering me. He tries to rush me, but he gets demolished by a Sky Scar. So I decide to go in for the loot since I have advantage bazooka. I get his flopper, I eat it, and then take my bandage bazooka back. I get top 5 right there, and then this guy comes in storm and just kills me. So yeah, that's how you get placement points in Fortnite. Make sure to like and subscribe, and yeah, see you guys later.